There are a ton of three-row SUVs on the market, and if you're looking for something to get you around year-round, including in lovely Buffalo winters where I am right now at 0 degrees, you want to look for something that's capable, something that you feel confident in, and something that can get your family from place to place, which is the real reason people buy three-row SUVs and why they're so popular. We are inside the 2026 Lexus TX350. Now, this vehicle is the entry level of the TX lineup. There is a hybrid, there's a plug-in hybrid, and we've covered them all on our channel, and each one is similar in a way, but they have completely different drive lines. Because it is very cold and very crunchy weather here, and I say crunchy because when it's super cold like this and 0 degrees and sub-zero at night, the snow gets really crisp, and it can definitely show you the capabilities of an SUV. One thing that's new for 2026 is that the F-Sport handling grade is now available on the 350 all-wheel drive, and that is a plus. Now, this vehicle is available all-wheel drive as well as front-wheel drive, and we'll talk about some additional performance details and why this vehicle is different when we get under the hood. The sleek front end is designed to prioritize aerodynamics, performance, and enhancement of the vehicle's stability, and this vehicle is very stable in handling, especially in winter conditions. The front spindle grille is about efficiency of airflow. While it does cool the brakes and the engine, it's about low coefficient of drag. What that really means to you as a consumer is when you're driving down the road, the airflow around this vehicle gives you stability on the highway as well as on the roadways, especially in crosswinds. Under the hood, there are 3 powertrain options depending on trim level. You can get a plug-in hybrid, and they're all backed with a V6 engine. Our test vehicle is a 2.4-liter turbocharged inline engine that's in the 350 trim, 275 horsepower with 317 pound-feet of torque, backed by an 8-speed automatic transmission. This trim level is available all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive, but if you want that F-Sport, you'll have to start with the all-wheel drive platform. 0 to 60 time is 7.1 seconds with a maximum towing capacity of 5,000 pounds. Fuel economy is 23 miles to the gallon combined. One thing customers like about Lexus is the standard safety system. The 3.0 is standard across the 2026 TX models. That means you get a 5-star National Highway Traffic Safety, that's NHTSA, crash test rating. And that's what people want, the safest car you can get. That means it includes surround view backup camera with 360-degree camera, blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning, stability control, and all the safety systems that you would want, especially when you're traveling with family. Standard on the TX lineup is a panoramic glass roof, black roof rails, and dark chrome window trim, and that is nicely detailed all the way around with silver badging. One thing you'll note when you first get in the vehicle is this standard 14-inch screen and the 12-inch gauge cluster. The one thing that did bother me is when you go to the navigation, you should be able to get to it. You have to pay. That is a subscription service. Even though you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is standard, that means that what comes in this system is an additional fee. Not a big fan of that. I know a lot of brands are starting to do that, but I truly believe that that should be standard in a vehicle at this price point. Of course, you've got Bluetooth, you've got all your car safety systems that are easy to adjust here, as well as your drive modes. It's right here under the picture of the car. I do find it difficult to get to because when you're driving, you don't want to be looking away from the street and looking to the center screen. You want to have a button or a dial. But that's what they're doing in this new platform. That may change in the near future. There's also an optional head-up display. 3-stage vented, 3-stage heated, and automatic heated steering wheel are nice because you can set it once like a thermostat in your home and come back into a nice warm car and it'll know your settings. For audio system, there is an optional Mark Levinson 21-speaker audio system that is quite impressive and really well balanced in this vehicle. If you're an audiophile, you will truly enjoy it. That's your backup camera. It shows you where you are. You can see I'm on nice snowy roads, but it also gives you warnings that things are nearby. And as you get closer, of course, the noise gets louder and it goes from yellow to orange to red. As far as audio, one thing to note is if you don't want to pay up for the optional Mark Levinson audio system, a standard 12-speaker audio system comes along with the vehicle. No matter what's in front of you, what's important is seating. There is beautiful seating that's very comfortable in this car with a combination of suede material and aniline leather on the top trim levels. So you got captain's chairs in the front row as expected. In the second row, you have optional captain's chairs, and in the third row as well. So you can seat 6 or 7 people in this vehicle. Captain's chairs in the second row are heated and ventilated, and that comes standard when you order that. Spacious third row legroom, and the new Lux synthetic leather seat material, which is not real leather, it is synthetic material, is also standard. One nice thing about the interior is there are cubbies in the second and third row everywhere, including places for iPads. So there's multiple cup holders as well as multiple charging ports. And these cup holders can be removed and they can be put in one or two, whatever you'd like. And also really nice feature is below the center screen, park assist, a camera connection, as well as 3 USB-C charge ports. Below that wireless charging pin is a nice little secret cubby if you want to put your wallet or something of value down there that no one else can see. A shifter is on the left side that is low profile, 2 cup holders. You've got your start-stop technology and your hill descent. Further back, you've got a split center console with nice materials, nice stitching. All the materials across the interior are nice soft touch, suede materials mixed with soft materials, nice aluminum. Everything is very premium and very luxurious, which is why people like Lexus. You're getting great value when it comes to this vehicle. The warranty on the Lexus TX is 4 years or 50,000 miles, and the powertrain is 6 years or 70,000 miles, but there is complimentary maintenance for 1 year or 10,000 miles. So now that we've talked about the seating, let's take a look at cargo space. There's quite a bit. Cargo space with all the seats up is 20 cubic feet. Fold down that second row and you're at 57.4 cubic feet of storage. It's pretty simple to fold down the third row. It's done with just pressing a button. With all seats folded, you're at 97 cubic feet of storage. There's quite a bit of confidence when driving this vehicle in the snow. Slippery roads can make people feel uncomfortable. And one of the things that Lexus is great at is their all-wheel drive system. So if you see winter, at least 3 times a year, you want to consider the all-wheel drive. So that's pretty much the upper half of the country and into Canada. Once you're on the dry roads, you'll find a lot of confidence here as well. Good handling, good brakes, and just the right amount of performance. If you're thinking, I'd like to have a 3-row luxury SUV, but I really don't want to step up to the performance or the luxury lines, or even the F-Sport, you'll be more than fine with the standard LX350. Like I said, I prefer the all-wheel drive, but if you live in the lower half of the country, you're probably perfectly fine with the front-wheel drive version. One of the things that people like about the Lexus TX is there is tons of storage. And I think that's one of the reasons people like it. Everyone brings stuff with them into their cars. And that's one of the things I noticed is there's a ton of places to put little items, deep center console. All those little things make a difference when you're buying a vehicle because we all leave things in the car. So that's one of my positives, as well as a smooth, comfortable ride. And it's quite quiet in this vehicle as well. One of the things that I like about this vehicle is the standard list of safety features. It's quite a long list, and some of the other competitors, they charge up for that. And I think that makes it more expensive when you start off with a equal base price. Of course, you start adding on all these extras, and some brands make it quite expensive, and that's typically the German brands. On the negative side, you have to go many steps through some of these different menus to get to the controls that you want. It'd be nice if there was some sort of star or favorites where you could access some of the features that you want, because you have to press this button to get to the safety features to change what you want. Yes, there's different drive modes. Yes, all of this can be done by just swiping, but it just means more distraction. You almost have to do it while you're parked to figure out some of these, and it shouldn't be that way. It should be more intuitive. There are a ton of competitors in this class, so I highly recommend you take them all for a test drive. We've reviewed them on our channel, and then make your final decision, but don't forget the cost of insurance. I think that's one of the things that a lot of people forget about, and that'd be the Acura MDX, the Volvo XC90, the Lexus GX, which is its sister car, the Audi Q7, the BMW X5, the Genesis GV80, Mercedes-Benz GLE, Lincoln Aviator, and the Land Rover Defender. Now, there are probably other vehicles in this category because everybody is making a 3-row SUV these days. So it's important that you make sure that all 3 rows work for you. Whoever's sitting in the 3rd row, it's comfortable for them. And of course, if you're driving, visibility is like a huge critical factor. All of our car reviews are here on Car Smarts. All the car news is on Car Coach Reports. And don't forget our radio show, The Drive with Lauren and Carl. It's syndicated across the country, or you can watch it on our YouTube channel, The Drive Car Show. Now you might be saying, okay, this is all great, but what does it cost? Well, you can get into a Lexus TX350 at $57,000, and it goes up to $66,000. Our test vehicle came in at $71,000. It had a lot of nice options on it. Do you need those options? Not necessarily, but you can get into a Lexus TX350 at a reasonable price. And if you're looking to save some money, you might want to look at the previous generation, which would be a 2025. There are some changes for 26, but if those changes aren't important to you, you can get into a luxury vehicle that's 3-row to meet your needs. Overall, the Lexus TX is one of the leaders in the luxury market. And you can see why. Standard safety, nice performance, tons of technology. Of course, you do have to buy that subscription service if you want to use the Lexus navigation system. I suggest using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Don't forget to check out the description for more details and all my social media. And if you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. I'm LaurenFix. Thanks so much for watching.